doctors are surprised. This rice doesn't spike blood sugar. Have you ever felt like every bite of comfort now comes with a cost? You probably believed, like so many of us, that rice was off limits. Too many carbs, too much sugar. One bowl could send your blood sugar soaring. So you gave it up. That soft warmth you used to love with dinner, the fullness you felt after a long day, gone. Replaced by caution, fear, hunger that never quite went away. But what if we've misunderstood the real problem? What if it's not about cutting out rice completely, but choosing the right kind and eating it in a way your body can actually handle? Picture this. You're watching the clock at 3 p.m., still tired, still hungry. Even after lunch, you've done everything right, and still, your numbers bounce. Maybe the answer isn't more restriction. Maybe it's something gentler. Something that doesn't fight your body, but works with it. So let's start with the most common mistake, not just what kind of rice you eat, but giving it up altogether. Most people think they're playing it safe. But here's what happened when Carol, 67, finally tried something different. Number 1. Brown basmati rice, the gentle carb that fuels without spiking. Carol used to love her rice, warm, soft, comforting. A little scoop next to grilled chicken, a bowl with broth when she felt tired. It didn't feel like food, it felt like home. But the day she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, she cut it out. No rice, no bread, just cold eggs, dry greens, meals that left her full, but not satisfied. And by 3 p.m. every day, she felt it. That light-headed fuzziness like she was moving underwater. Her hands tingled. She wanted something, anything, to make her feel grounded again. What was really going on inside her body? Carol wasn't just hungry. Her blood sugar had dipped after lunch. Not because she ate too much, but because her meal didn't have the right kind of fuel. When you're over 50, your body doesn't process carbs the same way it used to, especially in the morning and afternoon. Your insulin is slower. Your cortisol is higher. Your cells? They need a little help. And skipping carbs altogether can leave you unbalanced, unfocused, and craving sugar later. The mistake? It wasn't the rice, it was the kind she gave up and what she forgot to put with it. White rice spikes blood sugar because it digests too fast. Its glycemic index is around 72. But brown basmati rice? Its GI is closer to 45, almost half. That means it fuels her slowly. No spike, no crash, just steady support. What she felt was real, but it had a quiet cause. That afternoon fog, the shakiness, the short temper. It wasn't just stress, it wasn't just aging. It was a missing piece on her plate, a quiet imbalance, stealing her clarity, her calm, her sense of control. And the change? It was simpler than she thought. Carol didn't need to give up rice. She just needed half a cup, paired wisely, timed thoughtfully. Within days, her numbers leveled. Her 3 p.m. fog, gone. Her body felt supported again, not punished. If you've ever given up a food you loved, just to feel safe, type its name in the comments. You're not alone, and your story might give someone else the courage to try again. Gently. But that wasn't even the most surprising part. There's another kind of rice Carol almost ignored completely, and most people walk right past it in the store. I'll show you what it is, and why it might be the most powerful option yet, in just a moment. Number 2. Black rice, the antioxidant-rich grain diabetics overlook. Have you ever stood in the grocery aisle holding something unfamiliar and thought, this can't be right for me? Most of us with diabetes stick to the same safe foods, the ones we've been told won't spike our numbers. White rice? Off the list. Too starchy. Too risky. You probably believed, like Joe did, that changing your rice wouldn't change your blood sugar. But what if it did? What if the rice you've never heard of is the one your body's been quietly craving all along? Joe didn't expect anything special that day. But in the health food aisle, something caught his eye. A dark purple bag. Black rice, he murmured, reading the label. High in antioxidants, low glycemic index. He almost put it back, but something in him, curiosity, maybe hope, made him try. That evening, he made a small bowl. Just a spoonful of black rice, still warm and nutty, beside grilled chicken and steamed broccoli. It didn't smell like white rice. It didn't look like comfort. But when he ate it, slowly, thoughtfully, something felt right. The next morning, Joe checked his glucose log, and for the first time in weeks, the numbers didn't spike. He felt normal, steady, satisfied, and he didn't miss the white rice at all. Here's what was really happening in Joe's body, even if he didn't know it at the time. Black rice, also called forbidden rice, has a glycemic index around 42, much lower than white rice. It's naturally rich in fiber and anthocyanins, the same powerful plant pigments that give blueberries their deep color and blood sugar benefits. It digests slower than white rice. That means it doesn't flood your bloodstream. It gently fuels you, like a steady stream instead of a flash flood. And those antioxidants? They don't just help with blood sugar. They may also support your blood vessels, your vision, and your brain. So no, Joe didn't need to give up rice. He just needed to choose one that worked with his body, not against it. And pair it wisely, with protein and fiber. That one small change, it gave him steady mornings, clearer afternoons, and peace of mind at dinner. If this reminded you of something you once gave up, but secretly miss, tap like. You're not alone. But here's the surprising part. There's one more kind of rice that isn't really rice at all. But it's helping people feel full, stable, and light, even hours later. Number 3, wild rice, not really rice, but perfect for blood sugar control. Have you ever felt like eating safe meant eating the same boring thing every single night? You probably believed, like so many of us, that if you have diabetes, rice is off limits. Too starchy, too risky, better to cut it out altogether. So you did what you thought was right. You stuck to chicken and greens, night after night, meal after meal. It felt responsible, but also a little joyless. But what if the real problem isn't the rice itself? What if it's how you eat it and what you pair it with that makes all the difference? Nancy, 62, had followed all the rules. No rice, no bread, no pasta, just leafy greens, grilled protein, and that nagging feeling something was missing. Then one weekend, she wandered through a small farmer's market, baskets of bright vegetables, fresh herbs, homemade jams, and then something caught her eye. A little brown bag labeled, "Wild rice diabetic friendly." Long grains, dark and glossy, a warm, nutty smell. She almost walked past it, but a vendor smiled and said, "It's not technically rice, it's a grass seed, but people say it keeps them full for hours." That night, she gave it a try, just half a cup, steamed gently, paired with roasted carrots and a piece of grilled salmon. The aroma filled the kitchen, earthy, savory, comforting. She ate slowly, expecting the usual 2-hour crash, but it never came. Instead, she felt full, grounded, clear-headed through the evening, calm enough to sleep well. And in the morning, her numbers were stable, no spike, no crash. Here's what was really going on inside Nancy's body. Without her knowing, wild rice isn't technically rice, it's a grass seed. Its glycemic index is usually between 35 and 45, far lower than white rice, around 72. That difference helps it digest more slowly, offering steady energy without the spike. That means it digests slowly. It doesn't flood your bloodstream with sugar. Instead, it gives your body a steady, gentle stream of energy, like a slow-burning fire. And that night, Nancy didn't just change her rice. She paired it smartly with fiber-rich carrots and lean protein. That combination slowed digestion even more, giving her a fuller belly and a calmer evening. It wasn't just what she ate, it was how she ate it. Warm, mindful, balanced, no restriction, just quiet confidence and steady numbers to match. But even wild rice, if eaten the wrong way, can still spike your blood sugar. So what made the biggest difference for Nancy wasn't just the rice itself. It was a tiny change in how she paired it. And that's what I'll show you next. Best rice for diabetics, recap and how to eat it right. Let's take a breath and recap what we've uncovered so far. White rice, fast to digest, little fiber. It hits your bloodstream like a wave, sharp, sudden, and hard to manage. Brown basmati, slower, gentler. When paired right, it gives your body steady energy instead of a spike. Black rice, packed with anthocyanins, the same compounds that make blueberries so powerful. Low GI, high reward. Wild rice, earthy, nutty, not even technically rice, but even better for blood sugar. More fiber, more control. But here's the deeper truth. It's never just about the rice. It's how much you eat. Keep it to half a cup. It's what you eat it with, like a piece of grilled salmon, a few slices of avocado, or a spoonful of olive oil. And it's never eating it alone, because your plate needs balance, not perfection. That comforting bowl of rice, it can still feel like home, as long as it's anchored by something your body trusts. A warm spoonful with garlic spinach, a bite of chicken beside a few fluffy grains, a squeeze of lemon, steam rising, your fork sinking into something both safe and satisfying. So what made the biggest difference for Nancy wasn't the rice itself. It was the simple act of pairing it with what her body truly needed: protein, fiber, and balance. And with just that one small change, she didn't just enjoy her meals again. She felt steady, supported, and in control. You don't need to give up rice forever. You just need the version that supports your body, not sabotages it. Something gentle, familiar, a little scoop that gives you both comfort and control. Just try one change, switch the type, pair it right, and notice how your energy shifts. Because food shouldn't feel like punishment. It should feel like peace. What type of rice did you grow up loving? And are you ready to bring it back in a better way? Your story could help someone else feel more confident and less alone. If you're looking for more gentle guidance to manage diabetes without giving up what you love, subscribe now. We talk about real food, real solutions, all made for life over 50. And rice is just the beginning, because the next big blood sugar trap? Bread. Watch this next. Best bread choices for diabetics, what to look for. You'll learn what to avoid, what to choose, and how to enjoy bread without the spike.